put the screen down. Good. Oops, sorry about that. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this evening's meeting of the Staunton Historic Preservation Commission to order. Our first item on the agenda is a moment of silence. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the reading of our historic preamble. Mr. Brown?
City of Staunton Historic Preservation Commission consists of 5 volunteer voting members appointed by City Council. The commission is responsible for issuing or denying certificates of appropriateness for any material change in appearance of contributing and non-contributing properties within the historic districts, with the exceptions of ordinary maintenance and repair items listed in the zoning ordinance. Purposes for establishing a special historic preservation ordinance are to preserve and improve the quality of life for residents of the city, to promote tourism, investment, and business growth, to stabilize and improve property values, to educate residents on local cultural and historic heritage, to promote local historic preservation efforts, to prevent the encroachment of additions or new buildings and structures which are architecturally incongruous with their environs, to help recognize and develop the historic areas as integral parts of the city. For more information, please refer to H1 Historic Preservation District, an ordinance of the zoning code of the city of Staunton, Virginia.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is review of the July 28th meeting minutes. Those have been circulated. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Okay. Do we have a motion for approval?
July meeting minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? I'll second. Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Minutes are approved. Great. Our next item on the agenda is new business. Under that, item A, there's appropriateness for 26 Fayette Street. Do you need to recuse yourself? Okay. Bruce and Wilma Bowers, are you here?
I believe they're on Zoom.
Are you?
We're here by Zoom.
Okay, great. Sorry, I couldn't see you there. If you would just briefly state the purpose of your application. We have the packet in front of us, but we'd like to hear from you as well.
Absolutely. So we purchased the house last month, and it has a wood shake roof that needs to be replaced, not only because it's of the age, but because our insurance company won't provide coverage with a house with wood shakes. So we're going to replace it with a standing seam flat roof, not flat roof, standing seam roof.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Stressler, did you have anything to add to your review?
No, I just did want to note, as I put in the review, that this is a wood shake roof that probably would have never been on this house. This was something done when it was rehabbed, probably in the 80s, maybe 90s. And that the Sanborn maps indicate this house had a tin or slate roof, which probably refers to a standing seam metal roof if it wasn't slate. And I believe it was 1891. So, and had one many years after that. So I believe a standing seam roof is quite appropriate for this house.
Thank you. Commission members, do you have any questions or comments? Okay. I just want to clarify that it will be a traditional standing seam with no ridge vents or caps.
Correct.
Okay, great. Commission members, do we have a motion?
I move for the approval of the certificate of appropriateness for the installation of a traditionally detailed standing seam metal roof. The installation of snow guards is a typical detail for standing seam roofs. The replacement of the skylight is an in-kind replacement. And I'm citing guidelines for existing buildings, elements J, roof, 8, 10, and 12. and all chimneys are to be retained and properly flashed using step flashing into the mortar joints. The roof will not incorporate visible ridge vents or capsule on the hips or ridges. The pan will be flat, and the new roof will not be a snap block or wide V-shaped seams. The new roof will utilize a 1-inch folded seam, and the seams will appear as a closed, locked, and folded seam.
Correct.
Do we have a second?
Second that.
Great. Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion for approval, please say aye.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. Motion carries. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Our next item on the agenda, is down here. A certificate of appropriateness for 32 North Augusta Street. Christy McKee. Oh, okay. If you would come to the podium, please, and just, again, state your name so that it can be heard and recorded, and just tell us about your application, please.
We bought the property last month, and there's a bunch of black tile on the front that we'd like to remove and maybe do a lime wash on the south side of the building.
Okay.
Okay.
And I believe the commission members had a field trip there. Mr. Strassler, would you like to comment on your review?
Yes, there's a little challenge with this building in that as the Secretary of Interior guidelines, as well as local guidelines refer to the things that have attained historic status should be preserved. And so the challenge with this storefront is that while it is damaged, it has broken vitrolite glass and some elements like that. It is technically historic. It was probably put on just post-World War II, could have been pre-World War II. Cannot find historic photographs in our collections, as well as some online searching to exactly date it, but it does appear in a 1963 photograph in the Hamrick collection. And so the challenge for the commission is sort of weighing if it has architectural significance, if it's true to the character of the business and of the building in the district, and whether it could be repaired or whether an appropriate design is being proposed to once that glass and that chrome is removed. Or if just the black glass, the vitrolite glass is removed, what is behind it and what will it appear as? Because as the commission is charged with, it is about the final appearance of the building and its relationship to the character of the historic district.
Okay. Thank you. Commission members, I'll open the floor for comments and questions.
I have a question. There was a comment about restoring the original facade.
Well, we actually just thought that the tile was put on in the 90s. We didn't realize that it dated back as far as it did. We've lived here for over 20 years, and every time we walk past the building, we say, why doesn't somebody take that down? It looks awful because it's cracking and it's falling apart. So when we bought it, we just assumed that it was just something we could remove and that it would just be the nice brick behind it. And what's really come off already is really nice brick that matches the second and third floor. So we just want it to be what it looks like the entire front of the building. That's the facade that we want to restore.
I would note, I went by there today and looked at it, that where the tile is missing, it appears the tile was put in the same time as the storefront metal. And so where it's removed, you can see the nailer for the storefront there is exposed. So something would have to go back,
Correct. Yeah.
cover that, if that was removed.
I think that it is, as Mr. Strassler said, it is a little challenging for us. We don't have many of these types of modern historic storefronts, and the glass is certainly something that is very character defining for the period, its era. So it is a little challenging. I think that, you maybe have some options and a little more work to do before I can make a decision. Personally, I feel like, we can't just approve something when an applicant says, I want to restore it, if we have no idea what it looked like. So we would need a drawing and a list of materials to show us what you're planning to put back. And then I think that, you could also do maybe a little more exploratory work, just to see if it's worth saving, or if you can find any clues to what would inside and out.
Frank, help me out here. I mean, it's literally all falling off. You could just pull it. I think 4 tiles would come off at a time.
Right. Well,
Brick
again,
underneath it.
we would need to see what you're putting back to be able to approve
I
something.
really don't want to put anything back. I just want the brick behind it to be exposed.
But you're not gonna have framing
There's-
around that
there's the-
storefront.
There's wooden
Maybe something
framing
there.
that the glass is set in
Yeah.
that is supposed to be covered by the tile.
Yeah.
And if you remove the tile, you'll have the brick, but you'll have that raw wood. It needs to be covered by something. And so what,
Don't the windows have wood framing around them as well, though?
Not
No,
now, they
it's all
don't.
metal
It's,
frame.
it's just the chrome and then there's.
No, I mean,
you can-
the rest of the windows on the building, they're all wood.
But they weren't changed like the storefront.
I think the other challenge
There,
is,
and some of those could be metal.
I think above the current storefront windows, there may have been a transom or something which may not be there anymore. So I think once you start pulling the glass off, you may find lots of different things because that brick doesn't go underneath the storefront either. It's
Correct,
just raw
correct.
wood under
Just
there.
wood, yeah.
So there's no bulkhead that is supposed to be exposed. So is it possible to encourage some exploratory demolition of the broken glass vitrolite panels and then ask for a design proposal based on what's found under there? I think that central column in between the entrance and the right storefront window, I don't know if there's brick behind that because it looks like the brick inside is set back from the front of the building. And so I think that would be a good place to see what's behind there. And the same as, above the storefront window where the transom would have been.
Yeah, I think above the transom, it's all wood. I think that's wood as well. There's, I think, like a layer of tile in between, and then it's brick up above. And Frank, didn't you tell me that somebody with a storefront had put something behind the transom that's there?
Where that silver is
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there,
yeah.
that's just the background to their sign. So that was done in the 2000s for Castor Bridge tours. So that silver doesn't belong there. And it wasn't, we went and we looked, and it's just amazing when you really stop and look at it, is that the only place that there is brick that would be exposed are the 2 side columns. And then everything else is supported by a wood frame. So if you, like they're saying, if you start removing that glass, you literally wouldn't have a storefront anymore.
It's going to have a big empty void. It's funny because I'm sitting here looking at the photograph submitted, and there you go. If you zoom, I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but you can see the reflection of the building across the street. And that's sort of what we're talking about, that there would have been a framework of some sort for the earlier storefront. And we have no idea how many times the storefront may have changed in its history. This is just the last iteration that was done. And it's interesting because at the entry door there, you have exposed brick. And my guess is that would have been glass. I don't think they would have put the glass on and left the brick exposed like that when the glass was installed. That just wasn't in character.
I don't know that you can look at the windows in this separate from the tile. It's a component system,
Right.
the whole thing. And taking the tiles off the side or off parts to expose wood,
It's not going to be,
not a coherent thing anymore. It's you've got half a thing and a half another thing, and
right. It's not, I don't think you're going to be happy with what's left because there's really not going to be anything left.
Yeah, it's just the tile. I mean, it's falling apart. I mean, it's crumbling down. Somebody could just walk by and pull pieces off at a time.
But
So
we
is the
would
tile,
need to know-
is there no, can you not find a color compatible tile that can be cut to the right size to restore that storefront?
I think Frank said that there are people in town that are looking for pieces they can't find, that he would be willing to give this to them.
Jim Morgan is a architectural salvage dealer in Waynesboro, and I know that he keeps a stock of vitrolite. They take down buildings in New York City, Boston, all over the East Coast, all over the country, actually. And so they have warehouses full of stuff. So that's one source where you might be able to get some black glass if you had to put it back. Two, there are other buildings downtown that need that black glass because they have broken pieces, things along that line. So, that's always a possibility. But again, I really think the commission needs to see a design. I would recommend before removing things from the facade, unless if it's truly getting ready to fall off and hurt someone, yeah, it should come off. But check the floor. I don't know if the floor's been replaced or if there's carpeting there or something. If you can pull that back away on the inside, you may very well see the outline of the old storefront, and then you'll know exactly the pattern in which a new contemporary compatible storefront could be put in its place.
It's tile inside, so it would be hard to,
Oh, it's all tile. Is there a basement?
no basement.
Okay.
I don't know what the material is on the inside of the storefront, but if that can be taken off to give you some clues, I don't know. Yeah.
Not really demolishing it.
There's like a
yeah.
layer of brick that comes up to the bottom of it on the inside.
So I think that, I think that generally, and we don't have a motion yet, but what I'm hearing is that we need more information about what you would put back before we can approve removal of the vitrolite glass. And I think Mr. Stresser had recommended that Virginia Main Street, the Virginia Main Street program offers free design services for building owners in the historic downtown. So you could submit an application there and ask for a new design for the storefront or recommendations on how this could possibly be repaired so that you're happy with the appearance, or it could be replaced. So that's my thought on maybe what we could recommend.
Just going back to where on the inside you might see things about the original storefront. If you look above the ceiling tiles on that first floor, you may be able to see if there's anything left of what might have been a transom above, where that silver panel is, if anything's left.
Might be an idea. Yeah.
You also might see nailing patterns from the storefront walls along the ceiling joists.
And would the transom be see-through, Frank? Would they have just?
Usually it was see-through, or it would have had obscure glass
Prism glass.
or prism glass. Thank
I
you.
mean, if you look at, again,
Reflection,
if you look at that reflection, you can see how that transom was treated. It has sort of a framework, a decorative framework in the upper part, and then a paneled bulkhead below, which was fairly typical. So without photographs, we can't exactly say what it looked like. So the treatment recommendation would typically be a compatible contemporary.
Bought this building so I could take that tile off. I just get so tired of looking at it. But no, we'll do whatever we need to do but I just would like it to look a lot better. It just can look so much nicer. If the outside can match what the inside looks like, it's just a really nice building.
Or I think you maybe just need some design guidance here.
So talk with the local architect then and.
So it's not local, it's the Virginia Main Street program, and
Okay.
you put application through the Staunton Downtown Development Association. So if you would get in touch with them, they can help you submit that application.
On East Beverly, second floor.
East Beverly second floor.
Yeah, it's right. It's right above. Oh God, what's that?
Should Adam Green?
Yeah,
Oh,
Adam
Adam
Green
Green,
is
okay.
the head of that right now, and they just hand you an application for it and you fill it out, and then you'll be three-way contacted with them as well too. Many of the buildings downtown have gone through that and got free drawings for it. Ideally, it's based on finding pictures,
Not always, but.
but
there are
yeah,
always-
but not
So
always.
it's, it's sort of a best judgment
But it's,
design.
yeah, it is, it's really just a great service available as a Main Street community.
So we can, commission members can act, we do need to act here. We can table this to give you some time to explore your options, and that way you can come back to us, or we can deny it, and then again, you can come back. So,
Address the treatment of the side
yes.
wall.
Yes.
So Frank had recommended that this would be better as a lime wash, not a paint. We don't
Yeah.
have anything that's any kind of vapor barrier on that wall. So I don't know if we're tabling the storefront, I don't know if you want to wait on this item also, or
If we could get approval to do something with that too, that way that part's done. Yeah.
We can do that. You can table a portion of it.
So we would just need a motion unless there are other questions.
So you need two motions, right?
No, you can do it as one
Oh,
motion.
okay.
we discuss this staining or painting or lime wash on that wall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that
Are
sounds
you
good.
painting or are we doing a lime wash?
No, Frank said it's a lime wash, so yeah.
That's what you're.
We'll absolutely do that.
The big key here is that you do not want to trap moisture in that wall. Trapping moisture in that would occur if you use an oil-based paint, a latex paint, or any modern paint products that just coat that brick. When it will fade very quickly on that wall. And it will trap moisture and cause your brick to deteriorate. So if you use a lime wash, you need to be careful about your recipes. There are companies, it's amazing how many companies are out there now as compared to 5 years ago that are selling lime wash. Much of it is sold for interior, as an interior coating. I think you can do an exterior coating if you add something along linseed oil to it, but you'll need to find a good recipe. The other way to approach this, which is somewhat expensive, is there are products from companies such as Keim that are a permanent silica stain, and it permanently adheres to that brick, which is not always recommended in preservation guidelines, because the idea in historic preservation is to be able to reverse your treatment whenever possible. In this case, you could go with a silica stain. It probably will not stick to the painted portion at the front, and it will not stick to the tar that was smeared across the side for waterproofing, which also caused more damage. Sorry. It's what people did to
Right.
buildings way back when. So the challenge is dealing with that tar and some things before you would put a coating on like that. Now, the thing with lime wash, put it on and you'll have to renew it. And I think it would go over most things. And if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. You can just scrub it back off.
Was lime wash, Frank, would that be like a certain color that we would pick? Is it all like a red oxide or?
I think you can get it in a variety of colors. I would recommend an iron red arc, a brick red, and iron oxide mixed with lime. It's probably a natural hydraulic lime mixed with the pigment, and some casein and probably some linseed oil.
And you can consult further with Mr. Strassler
color.
on products and details.
Frank, is there a certain color that we have to do that? Could you do a tan? Could do any?
Yeah,
Okay.
the
The
commission,
commission does not review colors,
Okay, very good, very good.
just unless they're garish.
Just ugly black. tile.
the zoning code
it
mentions
needs to-
violent and contrasting. And
Yeah, it needs to be compatible with the
Just
district.
ask you really quick off the cuff. What do you have to do to get a mural painted on it? Like the Welcome to Staunton, any kind of Stanton mural?
A mural should not be painted on a building that does not have painted brick already. So,
It's completely out. Okay, very good.
all right, do we have a motion?
You go ahead.
Oh, you're looking at me. Okay. I would make a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for staining the south wall with lime wash or other product that does not trap moisture in the brick. and to table the approval of the removal of the vitrolite pending a design being brought to the commission for what would be put back after.
It's been made. Do we have a second?
Second that.
Any further discussion?
Do we need to mention if there's going to be repointing to use the natural hydraulic lime mortar?
If there's going to be repointing, I
If there's
I
going to
can
be.
also guide them on that as they do their project.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 And chair votes aye. Okay, well, good luck, and
All
we look
right.
forward to seeing you back.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
And you will have paperwork to fill out.
There's a
to
form to
table
fill out there.
That
Yes,
portion
thank
of the
you.
motion. Thank you so much. All right, our next item on the agenda is a certificate of appropriateness for 121 South Lewis Street. And Ms. Matot's going to recuse herself again.
Good evening. I'm Annie Matot. I'm the architect representing Chip Clark on 121 South Lewis Street. This building has been renovated over the last few years, so you're all familiar with the building, I think. He has a new tenant moving into the ground floor, and their kitchen will require a commercial exhaust hood. This building, unfortunately, all four elevations are visible from a public right-of-way in the historic district. So the least visible facade is the north side because there's a building not too far from it on the north side. So the proposal is to bring the vent out over a window on that side elevation. Due to the building code and operable windows in the spaces in that building, the hood can't exhaust within a certain distance of the windows. Therefore, it needs to be brought up above the parapet wall, above the roof line there, as it's shown on that rendering. And this shows a slight change from what was originally submitted and what was originally in the packet. Originally, it would have come out right above the door and gone straight up, and now it comes out over the window beside the door and jogs over slightly to the east and then goes up in between the windows above. And he will powder coat. I think I had put paint in the original application, but he's going to have the whole assembly powder coated in a dark color so that it's not the bright mill finish on the ductwork and on the vent there.
Thank you. Commission members, do you have any questions? Frank, did you want to add anything to your?
Well, again, the challenge with this building is it's viewable from all sides. But it is an industrial building. It was a factory, it was a dairy. And so, this type of element is, I guess, relates to that type of building and architecture. It would be removable in the future if needed.
Any other questions or comments? Do we have a motion?
I move the certificate of appropriateness be approved. The new metal chimney and power vent is compatible with number 7 of the guidelines for additions are additions. Number 2, 3, 5, Secretary of the Interior Standards 9 and 10.
Okay, motion's been made. Do we have a second? Thank you. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. Thank you. Right, our next item on the agenda is a certificate of appropriateness for 214 Church Street to install retaining walls. Hi, if you
Hi.
would state your name and just,
Lois Morris, and I live at 214 Church Street.
and tell us about your request.
Okay, we're requesting knee walls on both sides of the front of our property where the steps go up to preserve the land. It is slowly seeping out onto the brick sidewalk and down the road. We've lost about 8 inches in the last 8 years. And it's now showing where the sidewalk is, the cement on the sides. You can see the base now, where before it was up towards the top where it curved around. It is now 8 inches down. And with these heavy rains that we've been getting suddenly, it's really taking a lot of the property away. And it's damaging, because we're trying to scoop it up, it's damaging the brick sidewalk at the same time.
Okay.
And we want to put the same type of walls that our neighbors have north of us, the two properties north of us, where it's the weathered brick and then it has the cap on it. And it would be in the brown and the gray color and odd shapes. So it's not,
And did you, I think Mr. Stressler in his comments had asked for a sample. Were you able to bring a sample for us to review?
no, the wall, I said in here that the walls that we have on our side patio are identical. And I sent pictures of the same brick.
That,
I can't see. Can I go up
yeah,
there?
yeah, sure,
Okay.
certainly.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
It's really actually brown and gray combination, and it's different sizes, so it's, long and skinny, square, tall,
Yeah.
and we have it on our
This,
retaining wall that we have around the side of the house. That was
Right.
No,
Right here.
No, that's historic.
this,
No, that's historic too. It's page.
We had a retaining wall put on the north side of our house, and it was approved by you all in 2020, and it's the
Numbers.
exact same material.
Okay, so that, we did review that then. Okay. I was thinking you had been here before.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Commission members, do you have any comments or questions?
There's also a wall like this I saw today on Fayette Street,
Okay.
material.
With the new, like a new one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fairly new.
Just an FYI, I think the wall you're talking about, Mike, was never came before the commission. Nice weekend project.
I didn't remember it, but
So the estimate says Versalock wall.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it's a Versalock and the mosaic line, which has like different sizes mixed together. And it's like a rough, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a rough texture.
And that's the same thing that
Oh.
you have on the side?
That's the picture that he was looking at was the one that's on our property already.
But the product that's being proposed for the front is the same product.
Yes.
It's this Versalock.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Website with the mosaic thing. Is that where you're looking at? Oh, that,
What's in the application.
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the company that put in the other wall is, we've hired to do this
Okay.
one too.
Okay.
This one, yeah, okay.
Commission members, questions, comments? Frank, did you want to comment on this?
It just sort of clarifying, how tall is this going to be? And we're not removing any of the historic concrete.
It's
leaving
going to
the
be
house
under
away.
30 inches because
30.
we don't want it above the side cement pieces that go up on the roof steps.
Okay.
It'll be below that.
So that's going to be retained. That is, those little,
Mhm.
And
Oh,
you
yes,
say not
definitely.
above 30 because it looks like in your diagram, this very nice drawing, that it's going to kind of be a little bit more level than the slope of the
Yes.
sidewalk.
Yeah,
there.
some of
So
it's going to be
height's gonna
underground,
Vary a little
so it
bit.
stays level.
And on the diagram from the landscape folks, it says it's 3'6"
Well,
on
it's,
the top.
the higher part is underground part of it. There's a line going through that you'll see. So it stays under 30 inches. And it never goes above the cement pieces on each side of the steps.
gonna look sort of like this irregular bond. It's not gonna look regular, is it?
No, it's not regular. It's odd. Yeah,
different shapes.
definitely not.
So does the top remain level or does the top step,
No, the
like the
top,
cap?
the top will remain level. The
Okay.
ground goes this way. So part of the cement bricks will be underneath ground on our
Yeah,
property
he's
to
written
keep it
on,
straight.
her guy wrote on there that I've got it 35 inches for the estimating the material.
You did say that.
Let's see. Uh,
And then the cap is
The natural again.
so it's the matching product and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
comes in the, like,
It's like a thin inch like, and it's the depth
It's a
of the
bull
wall.
nose.
to the wall.
It's a
and
cap. That's what.
And
yeah.
it's in pieces, right? It's like,
Mhm.
okay. Will it be the same height as the wall on the neighboring property or shorter?
It'll be shorter than theirs because we're doing the knee wall where theirs is much taller and their property's way up high. Yeah, their wall's like 5 foot tall or something. Yeah, on the picture where the retaining wall, it says 3 foot 6 inches.
Ray Melbourne.
That
down
part
further.
of it is going to be underground.
Okay, because it looks like his grade line there is measuring
Yeah,
a
there
3
is
foot
a line.
6,
It's hard
but
to see.
yeah, it looks like the 3 foot 6 is actually to his little grade. But okay.
That's definitely not.
They have to do that to make it straight.
They're lining it up with that apparently.
On
at
this,
the
it looks
top.
like it lines up with the wall of
This,
the stairs.
yeah.
So the tallest part of it is the top of the little wing walls on the stairs. It would like line up with,
It'll be, actually, here's the curve part and it'll be right here. So the curve is above.
okay,
So
okay,
the drawing doesn't look quite
Yeah, we
like
want that
that.
to stand out, the curve.
Okay.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah, that is good. The drawing doesn't quite convey
No.
that. The cap looks like it's a little bit above, but, okay.
That was me drawing that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
No, you did a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So as long as you're sure you're going to keep it below that.
Yes, it is below.
Historic.
Mhm.
Okay. Do we have any other questions, comments?
So just to clarify, the commission has not approved a wall like this in a front yard yet? Like, is there a precedent for this type of material being used on a front street?
I can only think of one. It was one of the first times. And it was a wall on Coulter Street. But I can't think of another where commission has. I just, off the top of my head, I can't tell you.
I guess, we have this great tradition of historic limestone as well as historic concrete throughout the city and particularly Newtown, on the front of the street. Did you look at any other options for the material, like
We were trying to
concrete
match the
barge?
same as our neighbors north of us. And it's the stone that we have, it's
Theirs
all
is
roughed up, is
historic.
identical to those, same coloring and everything.
Well, theirs is historic limestone, so
Yeah.
that's been there a while, and this is
Yeah.
not
Concrete.
the same product. So that's why I was wondering if you looked at, doing just other materials, like maybe a parged concrete with, since you have with a stone cap or something like that.
Oh,
But since this isn't a historic feature, would it need to be differentiated?
Well, it would be because it would be new. It would just be more in character with other streetscape elements, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on that too. I mean, it is would we consider this a contemporary compatible
What do you think, Frank?
I guess you could stretch that. Um, it would be a contemporary feature and compatibility, the attempt would be to, again, the irregular, joints, the, textured surface and the mottled coloring. I guess you could say that helps reflect some traditional character. It's definitely not going to look like limestone. Just won't. And it's not going to look like brick. It's going to look like what it looks like.
Wonder if being a new element, I mean, there hasn't been a wall there, a
Yeah.
little wall there before. If it's to be differentiated and so that people don't mistake it for a historic element, this material, while compatible, is clearly a modern. I'm just, that's one.
I mean, I do feel like it would match what is on the retaining wall. Is that on the side, your existing wall on the side? Is that where
I'm sorry, what was,
the where you've used this stone before? It's on the side of the property or the rear?
it's on the side of our property. When you're facing the house, it's on the right side.
Okay, so it would tie
Where
in
it
with
does
that.
match.
Yeah, it would tie in with that. So I think that too, it's not a full size, 6 foot, 5 foot wall, something like that. It is a knee wall.
For 30 inches.
Keeping it under the historic walls that are flanking the stairs is important. So I'm glad that
Yes.
that's, it.
Oh,
And it would be removable in the future.
that's true. It would be removable. Well, I'll make a motion. I propose that we approve the submission for this small wall on the front with the materials indicated, which match the previously approved retaining wall with the random pattern and the bullnose cap, and that it will not continue on above the existing stone on each side of the steps, except for the cap. Yeah.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? Okay. I would note that one of the discussion factors was that it is a knee wall and not a full-size wall that we're approving this material for. So it's,
Absolutely.
Should we say that we're limiting it to 30 inches above grade?
Yeah, we'll limit that
30
to
or
30
less, yeah.
inches above grade, and this is contingent on it being a knee wall, not a full height wall.
have that as part of the motion? Okay, thank you. All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second again? Let's just,
Yes.
and we
Second.
second. All right, any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Hi,
And chair
Thank
votes
you.
aye. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with us while we work through. All righty.
toughie there, a
Yeah.
little toughie.
All right, our next item under new business is a certificate of appropriateness for 222 Fayette Street. Arthur McDonough.
Hi there, I'm Stacy McDonough.
Hi.
Arthur's back there. We have owned this house for about 6 years, and it is, we're requesting approval for a replacement of the roof and the gutters. The roof is currently, it's all metal. There's 3 kind of portions of the roof. The front over the porch and the rear over the kitchen are standing seam, and then the top middle portion is stamped metal shingle. And we're requesting replacement of the full roof with the standing seam,
All sections of the roof.
all sections. Mhm.
All right. Frank, did you want to make any further comments on your review?
We're facing this issue throughout town, and the commission has approved this situation previously. It is a shame to lose the stamped embossed shingles. They are certainly a historic product. This roof I know was I don't know if restored or refurbished in, like I mentioned, 2006, something like that. And but it could be very well at the end of its life. They don't last forever, and once they get pinholes, they're done. And if it's leaking, that's a pretty good indicator, as well as any flashing that might have deteriorated. So contemporary, at the same time, these roofs were put on, people were putting on standing seam metal roofs in this neighborhood, so they would be contemporary of each other.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions from the commission? Okay, do we have a motion? Thank you.
I move for approval of the certificate of appropriateness for the installation of a traditionally detailed standing seam metal roof and half-round gutters. The motion is based on guidelines for existing buildings, elements J roof 8, 10, and 12. Staunton has a documented historic tradition of standing seam metal roofs used on homes during the same period. All chimneys are to be retained and properly flashed using step flashing into the mortar joints and not cut into the brick. The new roof will incorporate visible ridge vents or caps will not incorporate visible ridge vents or caps along the hips or ridges. The plan will be flat without corrugations. The new roof will not be a snap block with a V-shaped seams, and the new roof will utilize 1-inch folded seam, and the seams will appear as closed, locked, and folded seams. And with the gutters and downspouts, the proposed in-kind replacement matches the existing and is appropriate for the period and character of the house.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 And chair votes aye.
Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, that concludes new business for this evening. Is there any old or other business?
No, ma'am.
Okay. After the meeting or, okay. All right. If there's no other business, meeting is adjourned.